Okay, so continuing with our theme of Swiss clubs in the Football Club History series, we're going back to the canton of Zurich and we're looking at FC Winterthur. Now, they play at the Schützenwiese Stadium, which seats 8,500. They're founded way back in 1896 by local engineering students. They also, in their early history, famously lost to West Auckland FC in the Sir Thomas Lipton Trophy, which was played between 1909 and 1911. It is the first ever international club football tournament, and West Auckland FC were an amateur team at the time. So the Sir Thomas Lipton Trophy was a brief experiment at transcontinental European club football. It was always played in Turin, which is very, very interesting. If you look at Lipton, the name, Lipton's iced tea. So there's that little link. I'll do some research on the Sir Thomas Lipton Trophy and the teams that participated. But West Auckland FC beat FC Winterthur in the Sir Thomas Lipton Trophy, and they were an amateur team. Now we'll look at West Auckland FC as well at some point. They are a very, very old historical club. Now, FC Winterthur, they did have some very early success. They were one of the best Swiss sides in the 1900s and 1910s. They won 3 league titles. Since then, they've spent most of their existence in the lower leagues of Swiss football, predominantly the second tier, which they've managed to win 4 times. So they're one of the lesser known Swiss clubs out there. So their honours themselves, they won the Swiss top flight 3 times in their existence. The first league title came in the 1905-1906 season. Their second league title came in the 1907-1908 season, and their final league title and their final major trophy came in the 1916-1917 season. So they were very, very good very early on, and then it stopped. And because they play in a smaller stadium and they're overshadowed by Grasshopper and FC Zurich in the region, they obviously had more success and were able to get the better players and have bigger fan bases. Now, I do mention the Swiss Challanege League, or the second tier, quite often in these Swiss videos. They've been quite successful in the Swiss second tier, where they've spent most of their existence. They won the Challenge League 4 times outright in the 65-66 season, the 67-68 season, so they're a bit of a yo-yo club at that point. Then they drop back down from the Swiss top flight. They get back up in the 81-82 season. They don't stay in the top flight very long, and they spent a very long time until the 2021-2022 season, so 40 years as a second tier club at best, until most recently getting promoted in the 2021-2022 season. They are currently in the Swiss top flight, although they're one of the lower teams in the Swiss top flight. They do tend to struggle because they just cannot attract the better players. They have a smaller fan base, and they have a smaller budget than the bigger clubs, which we have covered. And they are obviously overshadowed now by their local rivals in FC Zurich and Grasshopper Zurich. But it's very, very interesting that they were founded by local engineering students, another club with a student foundation story. Very, very similar to Grasshopper Zurich. They are one of the oldest clubs in Switzerland, founded way back in 1896, and they obviously did participate in the old Sir Thomas Lipton Trophy, which is the first experiment at a transcontinental European club competition that was taking place. Only for a couple of years, between 1909 and 1911, it was played in Turin. So we'll have a look at the Sir Thomas Lipton Invitational Trophy in a separate video. And we'll also have a look at West Auckland FC at some point as well, because that is a very, very interesting story that a top-flight professional club lost to an amateur team in this invitational European trophy that was played way back when, before World War One. So we hope that FC Winterthur managed to stay in the Swiss top flight. Another fun fact, they've never won a cup final. They've lost both Swiss League Cup finals they've appeared in, and they've lost both Swiss Cup finals they have appeared in. So they could have had a bit more silverware to add to their trophy cabinet, but they don't have a great history in playing in cup finals. So there we go. There's a brief history of FC Winterthur. We will look, as I say, at that Sir Thomas Lipton Trophy competition. There were some very other famous ones as well before UEFA came up with the European Cup, UEFA Cup and Cup Winners' Cup back in the day, which are now The Champions League, Europa League, and of course the Conference League has come in recent seasons, basically to be a replacement for the Cup Winners' Cup that went defunct in 1999. So there we go. Thank you very much for watching. Place your thoughts in the comments section below. I mean, there's enough viewers of this channel who've obviously played on the FIFA games, the Pro Evo soccer games, and of course the Football Manager games. And of course, if you play Football Manager, you might play as one of these lesser known clubs, get them to the top of their domestic league, win the Champions League with them. So I'm hoping to hear from some people in the comment section. But for me, for now, thank you very much for watching, and we'll have some more content for you guys very, very soon.